Hey everybody, it's time for another Tony's Tidbits. And today it's regarding the Solo Stove. As you saw in my previous video, I bought a Solo Stove Mesa and I found that it was actually pretty small and it really didn't give that much heat that I was looking for. Now, the Mesa allowed me to really understand and really experience what Solo Stoves are about. But I wanted something bigger. And so I didn't want to go up to the bonfire or the Yukon, of course, because the Yukon's huge. And I had this covered patio, which I wanted to like really have the fire pit in. So I decided to go with campfire. So what I ended up doing was returning the Mesa. It's a great tabletop piece, don't get me wrong, and it really had all of the things that a solo stove does, but it provided the ambiance that I was looking for, but I wanted something bigger. So I ended up getting a campfire, and it has dual purpose. One, it is the actual stove. So we just got back from camping, and we used it to heat up some hot water for coffee. I brought my French press, and actually we used it to cook eggs on top. So it actually really helped provide another heat source for cooking. But what I'm going to show you today is some of the accessories that I have for the campfire, show you the campfire itself, and then sort of my final thoughts on it overall. Here we are in my backyard, and this is basically ottoman for my outside furniture set. And what I have here is the actual Solo Stove Campfire. Now it's been used, it's not new, so this is not an unboxing video. But it does, as usual, come with a little cover here that you can bring out, and you can see it's heavily used. And it has a really nice, sort of color to it. That's the Solo Stove. And then I'll show you a few things that you can adapt to put the to make this a pellets. As you can see inside, well, maybe you can't see inside. Move the screen, maybe you can see better. You can see here it has that grill that we're accustomed to that I showed you last time. And then what you would do here is it has this piece that has the prongs, and this is where you would put the kettle and or stove top accessories to put on top. So it looks like this. Now, one of the things that I wish they made was when I'm not using this as a stove top, that they have just the ring part. So Solo Stove, if you're listening, please add just a ring so that I can use this as a mini fire pit. But as is, I really like the size of this. I am looking at the Ranger. Once you start to buy Solo Stove products, you're gonna start getting you're gonna be sort of bit by having the different sizes of the fire pits and the different sizes. You may even want one of these. So I'll put a link to the campfire. But yeah, once you start buying these things, you're gonna get addicted and you're gonna start wanting to buy more things, such as some of these other accessories. So one thing that I have is this guy, and this is basically a beverage dispenser that I bought from Target, and I put the campfire, and it looks like it was made for the Solo Stove, in fact. So if I show you, that's how it sits. And that inner ring kind of almost fits exactly where the stove is. And so it's pretty nice. I put it on top of anywhere, basically, because it has the space underneath, so it's not going to get that hot. So it's really nice to have this stand. So I'll put this to the side here. Now I've accumulated some things. I'll put a link to the stand itself that's from Target, but I may not have a link for some of these other things that I found at the Chinese store. So, well, I do have this. This is basically a torch. So, basically, you just hit it, and here's the fire. That helps me start the fire. I bought this from one of the Asian supermarkets. This is for me to grab the pellets. I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. This guy here, just to clean the inside of the Solo Stove. So I found this pretty useful. This, I needed an option to carry wood, and I used this as a poker, and I used this to grab a few wood chunks and put it in. So I'll just demonstrate this in a little bit as well when I load it. I got some gloves here just to kind of keep my hands clean. I bought a box of these fire starters, which are pretty good. There's some other fire starters that my friend had that I might purchase, but these were pretty relatively cheap, and it had a box full of what, 50 of them. So actually it was a pretty good deal, so I went ahead and bought those. And I don't normally keep it, but we went camping, so I brought these. And then this is important, which is some chainmail. Now, this is basically a makeshift pellet adapter, and I'll show you how I do that here. So this I put at the bottom and then put the pellets on top. This is used to clean cast iron pans and skillets, but it's, you know, very heavy duty stainless steel, so it's perfect for the Solo Stove. Some other things that I have, I bought this. This is really for a pizza oven. It says great fuel, phenomenal pizza. And I bought this in a hurry because I wanted to grab this wood that's cut to size. So if you look, it fits right into the Solo Stove. So let me angle it here. You can see that wood just fits right there, right at the bottom. So it's pretty nice. And I'll show you if I wanted to grab a piece here using this. Pretty nice, huh? Has teeth, so it has a little grip to it, and I can just place it in here as the fire is going. So that is nice. Now what I'm gonna do is load this up. So, but I have a few more things to go over before I load the Solo Stove up to heat up. I'll move that forward. One other thing is Solo Stove does sell their own, has their own wood that's cut to size as well. So you can definitely buy this box. It's how many pounds is it? It says 1296 cubic feet, so quite a bit of wood. One other thing that I have, and I'm gonna move this into my storage container, is this guy. So this is basically a Home Depot bag thing, and these are pellets. So I basically come in here and I use this guy and I grab some pellets and throw it in. Now you have to be careful, because if you're throwing in these pellets later on in the process, you might smother the flames. So there are other things that you can do to help the airflow. I haven't bought any of them, or I haven't really pursued it, but there's that. And then over here, I bought from Costco, is this barbecue hardwood pellets. And this is a 40-pound bag, and that cost me, I think, $12. So not bad. I mean, it's not the best price, but definitely something that was convenient. It was readily available in the area. So what I'll do is I'll take, and I'm just going to show you here. So I'll take this chainmail, take the lid off, and I'm going to put the chainmail right at the bottom. And I'm going to spread it out. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get into the light a little bit so you can see. So you can see that chainmail, it sits right at the bottom there. And I'm just going to spread it around just to make sure that it covers the bottom of the actual stove. Let me see if I can get some better lighting for you. There you go. So that's basically my makeshift pellet adapter for here. And what I do is I like to load the campfire with a mix of pellets and also hardwood. So what I'll do here is I'll put a layer, grab this, and just put a layer of pellets down, right? And what I'll do is I'm just gonna place this right here. I'm going to put a couple of pieces of wood like this. I might put the last piece, that's the end of that box. So I'll put some wood like that, and then I'll fill it up to right at the bottom where the holes are. So grab some more pellets, make sure, and then just drop it in. I mean, the pellets can go in the holes here, or just go to the bottom, so it's not a big deal. You don't have to worry too much about it. Now just put the pellets there. And this is great for roasting marshmallows. The mesa is also good to roast marshmallows as well. But this gives me about, I would say about an hour and a half full of fuel to burn. So I'm going to move this over here. And I'm going to take my fire starter. And I'm just going to put like one right in the middle here. And I'm just prepping this for tonight. Actually, probably that might be good enough, to be honest. And just to light right in the middle. And it'll just start to light everything. So I'm going to push it down a little bit more. And then later on, I will light this up and show you what it looks like. Hey everybody, so right here I got the nice patio furniture uncovered, and it is nighttime, and we're going to light this guy up, and then I'll have some still shots and probably some video of the secondary burn here. So I got my torch, and I'll just light that up. There we go. And we'll let that go for a little bit. And I'll get some shots for you. Here we are with a campfire. It's achieved secondary burns, you can see it. Right at the top, when the fire is going out of those top vent holes there, you're getting that secondary burn. And it's just really nice fire. Now, the heat is irradiating upwards, so I'm really not getting a lot of heat deflected. And the Solo Stove community has many different hacks that you can place on the ring itself right there that allows you to like create a heat deflector. I've not explored that yet, but I will at a later date. Right now I'm just enjoying the fire outside. Well, as you can see, the campfire is a basically bigger version of the mesa, which allows me to put in some of those chunk woods. If you want to put the chunk wood, you can adapt it to use pellets, and it's really easy to light, and it's just like any other solo stove. It actually has that gasification of the wood and has the secondary burn, so it's basically another version of solo stoves, which has all these different ranges of sizes to fit your needs. So I really enjoy the campfire. It's been useful. We've went camping with it, and it has really provided another source of heat to cook. Again, I would highly recommend it. So if you want bigger versions, they're out there. There's other bigger fire pits that have contraptions that you put on top that allow you to cook on a cast iron skillet. So if that is something you're looking for, Solo Stove will definitely provide it for you. There's tons of accessories. Again, this is Tony with Tony's Tidbits, and then until next time.